Yo, we back locked in. Um, you know what? We're gonna get right into it. Always do. I said we finna start off talking about the bracket, but literally like 30 minutes ago, the Seahawks just got rid of Pete Carroll as the head coach,
Nobody saw that.
and nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming, and it said he's gonna move into an advisory role. I don't get that. I don't. Was Pete the problem? I don't know if Pete was the problem. I can't hear you.
I said, then what is the problem then?
Like is I'm really at a loss for words. I'm confused.
I mean, he's been there a long time. It might just be his time there has peaked. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's not the GM, so he's not bringing in the talent. I wouldn't say they had the best talent. I don't. I'm at a loss for words. I'm confused. I don't know what they do next. Pete Carroll is old though. He got a young spirit. He got a young soul. He always jumping around, fist pumping, screaming. But he is one of the older coaches in the league, if not the oldest coach in the league.
Because because
Carroll is
wait,
72.
because what year did he get there?
He got there 2011, 2010. He got there. He left USC in like 2010. I think he got there 2011. Um, let me see. 2010. He got to he left USC 2010. He got to the Seahawks the same year. But his coaching history is long. He was he started off his history as a graduate assistant for Pacific University. Um, and that was in 1973.
That's a long time
But
ago.
he started his coaching history.
Yeah.
So he
But
was
you but
the
you
oh, that's crazy. He was the defensive backs coach for the Bills in 1984. Was a he was a DB coordinator for Ohio State in 1976. Like he's been coaching for a long time. He's 72 years old. I don't know if at 72 he necessarily wants to start a new coaching journey, which is why I think is the reason why he might have taken the advisory role.
just to stay with the team. Stay with the
Hey,
team.
you know I won't Pete Carroll at that red, that red on the West. And for once, I'm not talking about the 49ers. Come on back home, Pete. Come back home, Pete. Hey, we're going to have Pete and Lincoln Riley work something out. Pete coming back home to USC. All right.
He might just be tired of coaching.
He might. I mean, look. At 72, and he's been doing this. It's 2024. 1973 was 51 years ago, bro. He might just be tired of doing this. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Pete Carroll has solidified himself as, would you say he's a Hall of Famer? I would say he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, completely. He brought in a defense that completely decimated the
Legion
highest
of
scoring
Boom.
offense,
Legion
and
of Boom.
one of the most legendary secondaries defenses of all time, bro. And he's one of the greatest college coaches of all time. I would say he's one of the best. He's definitely one of the top 3 or 4 NFL coaches of the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best 3 or 4 coaches in the last 15 years. He's on the 2010s All Decade team. He's won 2 national championships in college. I'm not gonna lie to you. 4-time Rose Bowl champion. He's in the he. I would put him in the NCAA Hall of Fame, and I would probably put him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well. I probably put him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well. He's a Super Bowl champion, been in 2 Super Bowls, and
He should he
he
should
was a
have
run play
too.
away from going back to back.
Yeah. So yeah, I would put him in.
I, I, I
He's had a really good coaching career.
and he made the All Decade team, bro. I would definitely consider him for the Hall of Fame, man. And he's gonna step into an advisory role. I wonder if that's kind of like the same type deal that Bruce Arians had once he left the head coach role for what's the old boy that's over there right now? He was the defensive coordinator.
But Todd
Todd Bowles.
Bowles
Yeah,
with Tampa
once he
Bay.
once he let Todd Bowles take the reins, um, I wonder if they're gonna have like the same type deal. But that's crazy, man. I like Pete, man. So I'm in support of whatever he does. He brought greatness back to USC. USC was poverty before he got there, and he brought greatness back to my team, bro. And he made watching USC football real fun. To be honest, since he left, we've been looking for that spark ever so often. We've been looking for spark again. Um, but let's get into it, man. Let's get straight into the playoffs. Playoffs are here. Playoffs are starting. I'm reading this bracket right now. We can go top to bottom. We got wild card weekend: Eagles, Bucks, Rams, Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Browns, Texans. Oh shit! Dolphins, Chiefs, Steelers, Bills. Bye weeks go to the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Look, before we get into that, what the hell happened to the Jaguars?
Bruh.
A month ago, they were selling playoff tickets. I want to know where the game at because I'm pulling up wherever it's at. I'm pulling up,
Honestly, bruh. Especially that last game against the Titans, bruh. You could put all that on Trevor Lawrence.
bruh. And see, Trevor Lawrence. I wouldn't say he was great, but he was really good last year. He was good last year. I say he was good last year. And he's not been terrible as a quarterback. But you know what comes with good performance? Expectations, brother.
Yeah.
All right. And the old adage is when you lose the game, quarterback and the head coach get all the blame. When you win the game, quarterback and the head coach get all the blame. Brother, this is on you. This is on you.
Bro, to
I,
fall apart the way they did, bruh.
it, hold on, let me, because I they had what, 3 losses?
They started the season when they like 6-3 or 7-3.
I'm about to I'm about to read I'm about to read the record they were off at. Started off at. So they finished this season 9-8, and they started the season 8-3. Right. So by week 11 they were 8-3. I'm sorry. By week 12 they were 8-3. They had just beaten the Texans. A good win. They beat the Texans 24-21. Then the next week they lose in overtime to the Bengals 31-34. They lose to the Browns 27-31. They get spanked by the Ravens 7-23. They lose to the Bucks 12-30. They beat the Panthers 26-0. Then they lose to the Titans 28-0, 28-20. That that right there, Tom Brady said something about NFL seasons. Their chapters, their quarters. Hey, anyway, how you want to look at them? You look at them in 4 game increments. So if you look at the first 4 games, 2-2, you could be worse. You could be better, but you could be worse. And a lot of teams, unless you have Super Bowl goals, unless you like the Ravens, you're the 49ers, you're the Dolphins, teams at the beginning of the season that legitimately felt that they could win the Super Bowl, unless you're one of those teams, 2-2, you'll live with that. You'll live with that. In the second quarter of the season, They go 4-0. They go from 2-2 to 6-2. That's another successful quarter. Then they have a bye week and they go from 6-2 to 8-3. If you're the Jaguars at the beginning of the season, you tell yourself at week 12 we sitting at 8-3. You live with it.
No, you couldn't ask for anything better.
You live with it. You say, yo, we sitting at 8-3. Cool.
Because I think they were first in the AFC at that time, weren't they?
I, they might have been. Yeah, they might have been because the Ravens finished with what? 4 losses, 3 losses.
Y- 4 losses.
The Ravens finished with 4 losses, and they had 3 earlier. They finished on a streak.
Yeah.
So by week 12, they 8-3. The next quarter of the season, they go 0-4. And then
That's
the last 2 games, they go 1-1.
that's
You,
inexcusable, bro.
you can't do that, bro. From top to bottom, it's a problem. You can't you can't do that.
A lot of that falls on Trevor Lawrence and a lot of that falls on Doug Peterson
Nah,
for not
that's
having for not having your team ready to play.
and some of these teams, I told you before, I told you the Bucks was a trap game.
Yeah.
They could have beaten the Bucks. They could have beaten the Bucks. The Browns, they could have beaten the Browns. Um, and
Shit, they could have beat the Bengals.
yeah, but I'm telling you, that Browns game, Joe Flacco snuck up on him. He snuck up on him, bruh. So the Jaguars got a lot to do this offseason, bruh. They got a lot to do this offseason. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is solid, but I mean, if you look at his stats overall, they aren't as impressive as like the media would want you to believe.
Let's say
Hold on. Trevor Lawrence, his passer ratings, his rookie year passer rating was a 71.9. By the way, league average for passer rating, I think is like low to mid 90s. I think
hmm
that's mid average, league average. Passer rating was 71.9. Last year was a 95.2, which is pretty good, but this year was an 88.5. He his passer ratings haven't been good. His QBR, which is encompassing everything he does, QBR passer rating peaks at 158.3. QBR peaks is a scale from 0 to 100. They say that 50 what I think 50 is okay, but 70 is like MVP level. Um, his QBR his rookie season was 33.5. His QBR his second year was 56.1, solid. And then his QBR in his third year was 56.6. Like he's not doing anything that wows you.
no.
And just by comparison, CJ Stroud's QBR this year was a 57.4. This is his rookie year. His passer rating was a 100.8. That is a higher passer rating than Trevor Lawrence has ever put up in the NFL.
T Law, man. I like T Law,
I like
man.
Trevor, bro. I've liked Trevor since high school. One of the few players that I have followed from high school all the way to the pros. But
You gotta be better, man. You
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 gotta be
just
better.
you just have to, and you have the weapons around you. You got Calvin Ridley, you got Christian Kirk. You
21 touchdowns to 14 picks is not going to get it done. First of all, if you want to be one of those elite quarterbacks, this is not the early 2000s anymore. This is not the 90s, 80s, 70s. 14 interceptions isn't going to get it done.
nah.
We are in an era of passing efficiency, and this year,
You really gotta cut that shit in half.
yeah, this year, um, passing was like at a low. The league leader was what at like 4,500 yards. Tua
hmm
finished like 4,500 something. So passing was at a low, but still 14 picks is that's too much, especially if you want to be one of those guys. We got 17 games. You throwing a pick almost every game. You miss 3 games. That's like an average of 3 games without a pick.
It's not going. That's yeah.
That's not gonna get it done. And
Nah.
I'm not saying that they got to make a change at football at quarterback because That's not the deal. But
Because you're not gonna get nobody better than T Law. Because at the end of the day, T Law is a top 10 quarterback. You know what I mean? So you're even if you do think about moving on from T Law, you're not gonna get anything better.
yeah, you nah. Moving on from Trevor Lawrence, it's not happening, bro. And that's why people got to be like it's kind of like the Viking situation where Kirk Cousins is your quarterback, and I'm not saying this year. This year, I mean, they had a losing record with him, but he was balling out of his mind. But one of the things about Trevor Lawrence, I mean, about Kirk Cousins is you know that he's a good quarterback, but you know that he's not going to be the guy who's like the guy. He's not going to
No,
be the Brady, the Mahomes, like the guy who's going to win you the Super Bowl. But he's also not going to be terrible enough for you to justify, let's just move on from him.
no,
And on top of that, because he's like that, the Vikings under his play will never win the Super Bowl, but they'll never be bad enough to where they're drafting top 5 or top 10. And you have to say, okay, we have to draft a quarterback in this position because they're drafting 15, 16, 17, all the way up to like a 25. And whatever quarterback that you might want to replace Kirk Cousins, they've gone off the draft board already.
yeah, it's rare you find a franchise quarterback that low.
Yeah, so it's just like, especially in the first round, you either find them early in the first round or you find a gem late.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if um, what the Jaguars are going to do. I'm not going to say Trevor Lawrence is the problem. I don't think he's the problem. Um, I think his play is the problem, but I don't think he's the problem.
no, he's not solely the problem, but his play has not been that good this season.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
second half of the season it
Second
wasn't
half of the
that
season.
well. Because first half of the season he was playing really well.
Um, yeah. So they got an interesting situation in Jacksonville. Let's get into uh, first of all, let's just wild card prediction. I was telling somebody earlier. I got a fraud protector. I got a fraud detector. All right. I have a fraud detector, and I want to tell you when I put on my fraud glasses and I look through the fraud glasses, I see every team in the playoffs. I see the Ravens. My detector doesn't go off. The diamond, it doesn't go off. When I see the 49ers, the fraud detector, it doesn't work on them. When I see the Eagles, the fraud detector almost broke. Bro, bro, they it detected fraudulent activity, bro. The Eagles are frauds, bro, and they what 11-5 or 11-6.
11-6.
11-6 is a nasty record. All
Bro,
right,
started the season 10-1, bro.
bro, that is a nasty record. Okay, you 11-6, you lose the last game of the year. Like,
And then it gets worse for you because AJ Brown hurts his knee, and then Jalen Hurts dislocates his finger on his throwing hand.
shit, crazy, bro. It's nasty. It's nasty. They saying Jalen Hurts is Sandy Russell Westbrook.
Oh my god.
It's not good. Look, my fraud detector is going off, and that secondary is soft. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are about to have a day.
They're about to feast, bro.
They're about to have a day. We're gonna start writing think pieces about Baker Mayfield after this weekend
And they're in Tampa, huh?
because they lost the division,
Yep.
so they got to go to Tampa. That crap. Oh man, this is a dangerous game, brother. This is a dangerous game. This is one of those games that shift the franchise. They're gonna if they lose this game, players are leaving. Some coaches might get fired, and they might end up missing the playoffs next year.
I know the first coach that's gonna get fired off that coaching staff when the Eagles get eliminated is gonna be Matt Patricia.
He's gone.
For
My
sure.
fraud, he damn near invented the fraud detector. He, he terrible. Two teams that are not frauds, the Lions and the Rams. That's gonna be a good matchup.
Oh, bruh.
That's gonna
That's
be a
Sunday. That's Sunday night too, huh?
that's gonna be a good matchup, bro. And that's something I kind of wanted. Like I kind of hoped we saw it like in a divisional round or something. Because oh man, we spoiled on wild card weekend. The Lions and the Rams. Those are two teams that I was telling people. I think I told you too that if you didn't take them serious, they was gonna show you something. Lions got a chip on that shoulder after that Cowboys lost. After that Cowboys lost, after the referees hold them, you see they ran that play to the offensive lineman again. They ran him out of the backfield. The Rams, they special. Kyron Williams was what, second or third in the league in rushing. He missed 4 games. Rookie. Puka Nakua. Oh no. Kyron Williams in the second year, right?
Second year.
Second year. Puka Nakua, best rookie receiving season, arguably ever, is between him and Randy. Matt Stafford looking like he's competent. Rams defense looking all right. It's a
Not
game.
not that they're not great, but they cool. The defense is
Look,
cool.
look, man, the Rams. That's not a team you want to jail, bro. They got a lot of veterans on there. It's not a team that you
Yeah.
want to jail at this point of the season. It's not gonna go well for you. It's not gonna go well for you. But the Lions are dangerous, bro, and they hungry. First division title in 30 years.
Yeah, but I think the Rams are just as hungry, man.
Look, man,
Matt
this is gonna
and
be
Matt and
a
Matt and Matt
good.
Matt Stafford coming back home to Detroit, man.
All right, look, I want to make a prediction on Eagles Bucks. I'm gonna go 30-21 Bucks.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go 30-21 Bucks because I want to make a prediction on this Lions and Rams game.
I'm gonna go 27-24 Bucks.
All right,
Field goal at the end.
yeah, we on one accord. I'm gonna go 30-21. I'm gonna go 30-21. It's 21-27 with 3 minutes left. They kick a field goal to make it a 9-point game. So they was already up. They was already up. The Eagles
They
already
were
couldn't do
already.
nothing. Yeah, they couldn't already do nothing with them. Yeah, they already couldn't do nothing with them. Yeah. So they're gonna kick a field goal to make it a 9-point game. It's gonna be out of reach. Mike Evans, he gonna have 8 for 130 and a touchdown. Chris Godwin gonna have 10
Damn,
for
10?
yeah, he gonna have 10 for 111, 120, maybe 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 first downs. He gonna have a touchdown. Baker Mayfield QB sneak. Tush push. Just to show what we
They
do.
go
Just to show what we do it too. Tush push. Look. All right. Not Eagles. Rams, Lions. 24-21 Lions. 24-21 Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown catches a 30-yard pass, get him in field goal range. Lions walk it off with the field goal. In Detroit, get a fan something to scream about. Calvin Johnson in attendance.
Thirty-one. 31-23 Rams.
Sam Laporta makes a clutch catch to give him a first. Look. I'm breaking down the whole scenario. I'm trying to let you envision it. Sam Laporta make a clutch catch, get him to about they own 40. Amon-Ra St. Brown get him. He get him to the other 30. He get him to the Rams 30. Walk off field goal right there.
Bro, I just don't see Matthew Stafford losing in Detroit, bro.
I don't see it for Jared Goff either. We gonna see though. Look, Packers, Cowboys, last NFC wild card game. Proud of the Packers, man. I'm proud of the Packers, man. They moved on from a Hall of Fame quarterback and are in the playoffs the very next year. Welcome to the Jordan Love experience.
Jordan Love is balling.
He's balling. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league since what, like week maybe 12, maybe 13.
Yeah.
He's been one of the him like the last 5, 6 game of the season. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, um, who else would I say? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud's been good all year. Those are the guys who have been like really, really, really good these last few games of the season.
Yeah,
Flacco,
they've been really consistent.
yeah, they've been really, really good these last games of the season. And I think that could be dangerous for the Cowboys, though they gotta go to Dallas. And Dallas is a tough out at home. Winning team or losing team, they're tough out at home.
No, they are.
And I think that the Cowboys win this 27-20. 27-20. Michael Parsons, 2.5 sacks. Uh Tony Pollard goes for about 75. CeeDee Lamb go for about $130 in a tub. What else? What else we got? Brandon Cooks give you about 85 in a tub. Stephon Gilmore gets you an interception. Look, I'm painting the whole picture. All right. Jordan Love, he go about 20 for 34 with a pick and a tub to Christian Watson. It's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be one score. But I got the Cowboys winning by 7, 27-20.
I got the Cowboys winning that game as well, but I think it's gonna be by a wider margin. I think Dak is gonna have a really good game. I think CD is gonna come to play, and I think the defense is gonna show up as well. I think Mike is gonna ball out, and I think I got the Cowboys winning 27-14.
I like that. I like that.
It's gonna it's
All right.
gonna it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for Jordan Love to win it to do anything in Dallas, really. But I think he's gonna do all right. But I think Jordan Love gonna have a couple turnovers.
I think it's going to be 2 touchdowns and what's the name? 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. It'll be 14 and 17 and 20. And then the I'll go 28-20 because I'll do the Cowboys get 4 touchdowns. Um, that's NFC. AFC Browns Texans. This is the game I want to see.
Yeah.
This is a game I'm excited for. CJ Stroud playoff debut. Playoff Flacco returns. And he's been looking like he is ready. The Browns are a sleeper. They're dangerous. Imagine what they would look like if they had Nick Chubb. If they had all of their starters.
You could say that about a lot of teams.
But who's been as injury riddled as the Browns? You know what this Browns team in the injury history reminds me of almost? What was that Ravens team? Was that last year or was that 2 years ago?
Which one?
Where the Ravens had everybody hurt.
Like, shit, the last 2 years,
Yeah,
really.
everybody hurt. Everybody
Yeah.
hurt. But what you must admit is that the Browns have performed, I would say, much better than those Ravens teams because they lost Lamar and
Nah.
they didn't have they had they had your boy Huntley and RG3. as the quarterback. So they didn't have a Joe Flacco come in. They didn't have a vet come in and be able to lock it down for him.
But I think the Browns are built to where they can win without a quarterback because of the defense is so good.
Defense is good. Stefanski's gonna call a good run game as well.
The Ravens defense the last 2 years before Roquan got there were not very good.
But that's the Browns, man. This Texans team is special. D'Amico Ryans,
Coach
it-
of the
it's,
year.
I think him. I think Stefanski because all the guys he lost. I think those guys. This is a battle of the coaches of the year right here. This is a battle.
Rookie coach,
Yeah.
man. Rookie coach.
I like Dan Campbell as a coach of the year candidate too for the Lions. This is a battle right here. But I think because of what you said right now, you might have to give it to D'Amico. He's a rookie coach coming straight
Rookie
from the
coach,
49ers,
man.
and he changed that. He went from winning. They won 3 games last year, didn't they? Won 3 games last year, and now you in the playoffs. I think
Yeah.
I think that's something to be said. Um, so I don't know, man. I don't know if I can give a prediction for this one.
That's gonna be tough.
I would love for CJ Stroud to win this, but I would love for Flacco to get it done too. Look, man, I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go 26-19. That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go 26-19 Browns. I'm gonna go 26-19 Browns, and Flacco give whoever he see for the rest of the playoffs hell.
You got the Browns winning.
I'm gonna go 26-19 Browns.
You don't think CJ can
Don't
pull it off?
ask me. Don't put me in a corner. Don't do that. Don't do
You,
that. Don't do
you
that.
don't think
Do
CJ
that.
you don't
Don't
think
do,
CJ can pull it off?
don't do that. Don't do that. Cause I might
You
change my
you
shit. Don't do
you want
that.
to know what? I think CJ is gonna have a great game. I think Nico Collins is gonna show up. I think that Texans defense is gonna show up and play very well. I got the Texans upsetting the Browns, man.
I'm not gonna be mad at you if it happened either. I'm not gonna be mad at you if it happened.
I think I think Flacco's Linsanity run is coming to an end.
He might have used it too early.
He used it.
Yeah,
Hey,
you might have
you
used
you
it
you
too
you
early.
you only get 3 to 4 games,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. He pressed the nitrous. You got to use that towards the finish line, brother. You used it too early.
So I think
Hey,
Flacco's
but
gonna be a turnover
I'm telling you
machine.
this. I'm telling you this right now. If Flacco get to the AFC Championship, I want him in Canton. I want him in Canton if he gets to the AFC Championship. And if you don't
He's
induct
not
him
gonna
into the
get
Hall
there.
of Fame, if you don't induct him to the Hall of Fame, give him and Julian Edelman a wing right next to each other. I want y'all to start the Hall of Good.
The Hall of Good.
Yeah. And I want the first two. If Flacco gets to the AFC Championship, I want the first two entries to be Julian Edelman and Joe Flacco. Look,
I
you
don't
ain't got
see
to put him in
Flacco.
Canton.
Flacco's
You ain't got to put him in Canton. Give him a building the next city over.
the next city over.
Yeah.
Has Flacco's been better than we all thought he would be,
Look,
but
that's in
I don't
Canton,
see
Ohio. That's in Canton, Ohio. Bill Flacco a statue in Akron, right next to Braun.
we
Put him
don't
right
have to
next to
worry
Braun.
about we don't have to worry about none of that because they're not going to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I got 26-19 Browns. Dolphins, Chiefs. Fraud detector has popped up once again. The fraud detector has popped up once again. We have a game. We have a game of two frauds. Two
It's
frauds.
just a game of the two frauds.
It's just two frauds, and it's crazy to say that the Chiefs are frauds, but they are frauds.
They got that man though. They got that man though.
Two frauds. Two
They
frauds.
got Pat Mahomes though. With Pat
They got
Mahomes, you
Pat.
always got a chance.
And guess what? The bad news is Patrick Mahomes can't throw and run and catch. Okay, he can't run the routes.
Damn, that sounds so familiar.
They out there catching with their elbows. Can't
I
do it.
don't feel bad. I don't. Hey, think.
I don't feel
Hey,
bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. This is the NFL.
it's okay. Pat is finally in a situation where he just got to figure it out.
You gotta figure it out, bro. This is the NFL. This is the NFL. And with that being said, the bigger frauds are the Dolphins. Okay, so the Dolphins are gonna lose this one 27-20. Patrick Mahomes make it to the divisional round, and that's as far as he goes, brother.
That's as far.
Cut it off right there. Cut it off right there. All right. Steelers, Bills, last game of the AFC wild card. Steelers are gonna lose this one by at least 14. At least 14. The Bills are
I
streaking right now. The Bills
no
are
no TJ Watt.
no TJ Watt to go against the weakest offensive lineman on your team.
You wanna know what? If TJ Watt was playing, I would have had the Steelers upsetting the
If
Bills just
if
cause just cause I don't trust Josh Allen.
if TJ Watt was playing, I would have had the Bills winning by 10. TJ Watt not playing. We're gonna go. What time is it? 12:39. We're gonna go 39-12. We're gonna go 39 to
Oh
12.
man.
Look, that's my final score for the Dolphins. For the Steelers and the Bills. You're gonna go 39-12.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills drop this game because one thing you know for certain is Josh Allen is gonna turn over the football.
He is. He is.
You
And
know,
if he don't turn it over, he gonna put it in harm's way for sure.
yeah. So Josh is gonna keep you in the game.
I, look, man. The best thing that the Steelers got going for them are they are well coached. There's no way they should have made the playoffs with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph. It's no way they should have made the playoffs. And a lot of people, more people than necessary, are calling for Mike Tomlin's job. This is the most impressive thing about Tomlin. He has winning records with Duck Hodges. What's his name? Devin Hodges. They call him Duck.
Mhm.
Mason Rudolph. Kenny Pick. What are we
Just
doing?
mid, just mid,
Just mid, not good quarterbacks, bruh. And he does not have losing records with these guys.
which is crazy.
You gotta think about you gotta you sometimes, and this is rare, you can't just think about what's not getting accomplished. Oh, they not winning division titles. Oh, they not. Bro, they in the division with Lamar Jackson. They in the division with Joe Burrow.
That's a
Deshaun
tough
Watson came
division.
to the division, got injured, and Joe Flacco was playing out of his mind. You are
That's the best.
always
That's the best division in football.
you can argue whoever the best division. I'm gonna say them, but you can't argue what division got the best quarterbacks. As far as the top three guys, they got
Yeah,
Burrow, Lamar, and Watson over there, bruh.
yeah.
It's not gonna be a time. You're gonna have to draft a legitimate Hall of Famer for you to say, "Yo, we got the best quarterback in this division." And Lamar is on his way to his second MVP, so it's gonna be hard for you to say, "Yo, we got the best quarterback in this division." You're gonna have to draft somebody generational. And for him to have that and not win division titles and know that you're going to lose a game to the Ravens and know that you're going to lose a game to the Bengals and you might drop one to the Browns as well and you still don't have losing records, I think it's impressive and it's something to be said. They keep saying about what he's not doing. Y'all don't know how worse it could be because the Steelers really could be 3-14
I ain't gonna lie. Before the season, I had them winning 5 games.
easily. They could easily be over there. So
So
they can. Steelers fans complaining about the wrong thing.
yeah, y'all lucky to be here.
Bro, ain't no quarter. Y'all, what the Steelers need is a legitimate quarterback, bro. Kenny Pickett is not the guy.
Nah, he's trash. But we all knew that. it was just a good. He was just a good story. The Pittsburgh kid.
Yeah, great story.
He's
Trained
staying
at the
home.
facility. He at the facility, so he already knows it was a good story, bro. I was excited when he got drafted, but he's not the guy, bro. Not the
No,
guy, bro.
Russell Wilson.
Look,
Go get Russell Wilson.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So what's it gonna be? You know when I knew Kenny Pickett wasn't the guy? He was playing the game. He got the throw. He got a glove on the throwing hand. I said, no, nah, nah. Glove on the throwing hand. No, no, no swag. Like, bro, think he Teddy Bridgewater. Nah, nah.
Not on the offhand, but on the
No,
throwing
on a
hand.
throwing hand, bro. He got gloves on both hands. All right. Nah, bro. Nah, they running a wildcat. You gonna go out and catch a pass?
Nah,
Nah.
that's nasty.
Once I seen the glove on both hands, I said, "Go ahead, book it. Go ahead, book it. Go ahead, book it." When I seen the glove on both hands last year, I said, "Oh yeah, they tanking for Archie Manning. They finna get Archie Manning in about 4 years, four,
That's what
five
they
years,
that that's what they waiting on.
4, 5 years. They getting Archie Manning. It's not nah, nah. The glove on the throwing hand is nasty. It's
Yeah,
nasty.
that's
And I grew up watching Tom Brady in the cold, bro. Tom Brady in the cold, when it was cold, he had the glove on his offhand and his right hand was bare.
yeah.
Peyton
That's how you
Manning,
do it.
it was crazy. I remember Peyton Manning have a glove on both hands. I remember
Yeah,
Peyton, I remember Peyton Manning, he was nasty. It was nasty, bro. But Peyton Manning, his shoulder was gone.
yeah.
So
And it's Peyton Manning. He could do what he want.
he can do what he want, bro. He can do what he want.
He
But,
could do what he want.
but yeah, so those are my predictions. My Super Bowl picks remain unchanged. I still have the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. I still got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I will tell you this. I will give you this. My final score becomes closer, closer. I had the 49ers, I think, winning by like 7. That was 4. Who
That was
knows?
4.
Who knows? By the divisional round, how the Ravens look, it could be 3. By championship Sunday, it could be 20-19.
I'm about to be
and
humble,
by,
so
and by Super Bowl Sunday, I might have Lamar enter in the Hall of Fame conversation. Who knows, bro?
hey,
Who
all I
knows?
gotta say,
Because you know
if Lamar get a chip, he already top 10 quarterback ever.
we could discuss. We could discuss. We could discuss. I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna hate on you. And this is so crazy for me to say this because if you would have told me 2 years ago, yeah, Lamar, fuck out of here. But I look, a second MVP and a Super Bowl championship would drastically change where Lamar ranks in these quarterback conversations all time. In a league where the guys were Mahomes and then the next tier where it was like Mahomes and then after Mahomes we're gonna do Allen, Burrow, Lamar, and see who can catch up to those guys. It's gonna be Mahomes and Lamar and whoever else.
Yeah, they'll be in the
That's
same tier for
yeah,
sure.
they're gonna be in they'll be in the same tier, especially because Lamar is getting his Cam Newton on. He's cooking with not the best of. I love Zay Flowers. Zay ain't Tyreek Hill.
Nah,
Zay not Tyreek Hill.
nah, he not
If you have Tyreek Hill is what 30, 31. How old is Zay Flowers? 22, 21.
22.
If Zay Flowers is 22 or 21, in a heartbeat, you would trade Zay Flowers for the 26-year-old Tyreek Hill. In a heartbeat. Don't play with me. You know you would. For a 26-year-old Tyreek Hill, not the 30-year-old, but the 26-year-old. That
Yeah,
means for the
but
next 5 years, you know you getting 1,500, and you giving them to Lamar. That means you get Odell, Bateman, and Ty.
what if I could have Zay and Cheetah?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You're doing too much. You
What
biting
if
off?
I have what
No,
if I have Zay and Cheetah?
y'all know what y'all can do though, right? I think it's. I think y'all can make a trade. I think y'all can make
Justin
a trade.
Jefferson.
I'll give up a first for him. Maybe two first. Maybe two first. He works about two first now. Because Justin Jefferson, how many games did he miss? Like 7.
And he still got 1,000.
Still got 1,000. Another receiver that y'all can give up like a second and a third for. Um, had the worst season of his prime and still had 1,100 yards and 8 tubs. Devontae Adams. Imagine a
He's going
route.
to the he's going to the Jets, bro.
He could, but imagine a route runner like that with 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 Lamar Jackson. Imagine when Lamar throw that way to 17, and before the ball get to him, you say, because you just know it's gonna be caught. You ain't got to
Yeah.
worry about a bobble. You ain't got to worry about a tip interception. That feel good, don't it? It feel good to think about it. Look, when Brady used to throw it to 87, I said, oh, I know good things are happening. That's just how I knew. Oh, is that 11? Oh, thank God. Is that 83 in Welker? Except for in the Super Bowl. Oh. 81 in Moss? Thank God. When he was throwing it to Antoine Dobson, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
You just hoping for the best, huh?
I didn't know what was going to happen, brother. I didn't know what was going to happen. Look, but
He's going to the
man,
Jets though. You see, Garrett Wilson gave up that 17. He changed his number to 5. You saw that?
yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. Look, oh no. He gave up 7. Yeah, he gave up 17. He had number five because I think he gave 17 to the kicker. Oh no. Oh, if he gave up 17,
No. He
no.
changed his number from 17 to
I think
5.
the kicker gave 5 to him. But I'm thinking, so you thinking he giving up 17 for 17?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh man, that'd be nasty. If they can get themselves an offensive lineman,
They need more than one.
because I believe Pro Football Focus they ranked the Jets as the 32nd best offense in the league and the first ranked defense in the league.
That's crazy.
So if you can get Aaron Rodgers, an offensive lineman that really changes the way you got to run for your life, I think we're looking at like an 11-win team next year. 11 to 12-win team next year.
How's A-Rod gonna be coming off that Achilles, man?
So that's a good one. That's a good one. But Achilles injury or not, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be Aaron Rodgers, and he's fully motivated. Um, the Packers made the playoffs in the first year without him. Don't think that don't rub him at least a little bit the wrong way.
That's basically saying, shit,
We ain't
we
need you.
better. Yeah, we ain't need you.
We knew we ain't need you, bro. We tried to get rid of you the other year, but we had to pay you the money because you was tripping. That's why we
Yeah,
drafted Jordan Love in the first round.
that'd have me hot. I ain't even gonna hold you.
That's what they said. That's why we drafted Jordan Love.
Imagine when y'all got rid of Tom and y'all won a Super Bowl right away. Imagine.
That's a dream, brother. That's what that sounds like. If Mac would have won, if Mac would have won that bowl, if Cam Newton would have won that bowl, don't play with me, brother. Look, if they would have won that bowl, um, that's crazy. You got me fantasizing about shit. Look, you got me fantasizing about shit. Um, so look, I got Ravens. I still got 49ers. I don't think anybody in the NFC is going to beat the 49ers. I don't think anybody in the AFC is going to beat the Ravens. Um, but here's the thing, though. Unlike other sports, or I'm not going to say other sports, but I will say the NBA. The NFL, who is hot now?
Yeah.
Ravens are hot now. Other than the Ravens game and like a 3 game stretch, the 49ers have been hot all year. The Lions are hot. Rams are hot now. The Bills are hot now. So we could see some teams start streaking, bro, and I would love to see the Bills Ravens AFC Championship game, the game to silence the haters on either side. I know how much you would want to beat Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna lie. I want Pat and I want Josh.
Oh no, wait a this.
I
Yo,
want Pat and Josh. I
you know
want
what
both
that would
of
do
them.
for Lamar credibility? you,
Hey,
you be
media members gonna be hot.
bro, bro.
Media
If if
members gonna be
if
hot.
Lamar can get both of them on the way to the Super Bowl,
I
that'd
need both.
that'd be crazy. Look, and in the 49ers, I love. Look, don't get me wrong. I love the Rams, Niners 21 backups. I love the Bucks, Lions, Rams, and Bucks are I love in it. But even then, I don't think one of those problem to the 49ers. I think
Not
Green
even the
Bay.
Cowboys.
I'm gonna get into it. This is what I think. I think Green Bay, the Cowboys, and I hate to say this, I like the Bucks, but I think the Bucks all the same fate. Green Bay, Cowboys, the Bucks, and Eagles all lose by 20 to the 49ers. 20, not 14, not 15. I think 20. I think like 35 to 10 type shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I think all of those lose by 20 to the 49ers. And it's not that, I mean, the 49ers are really that good, the roster, but they're so well coached and they have a great offensive game plan that gets the ball into the hands of the playmakers and gets it to them quick
Yeah.
and in space. And I think that's a dangerous combination. I think Brock Purdy lost his confidence in that Ravens game, but you remember early the 49ers were moving the ball.
No, they were.
They were moving the ball, and the 49ers and the Ravens got to him quick. And when you're facing a team like that, like the Ravens, Kyle Hamilton got to Brock Purdy early with the pick. When you facing a team like the Ravens that are that good, I bet you that just kills your confidence because you're like, bro, Lamar not here to play. He not here to
No.
play. So
They had the ref cause the safety and
yeah,
all.
yeah, and a lot of people say, and I think it's partly true, the 49ers are not built to play from behind. And so I'm making all these predictions about the 49ers, but I'm predicting it as if the 49ers will be ahead early. If the 49ers want to beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl, the 49ers got to be up 10-0 halfway through the second quarter.
That boy Lamar is locked in.
But Lamar is look, I'm telling you, bro.
Lamar
He done,
Lamar is locked in,
it's all
bruh.
this the only thing he worried about, bro. He done got paid. He don't care about no contract negotiations. He don't care about nothing but winning that bowl. He on a podcast with Brady absorbing that greatness.
I think this playoffs Lamar is just gonna go
Look, I'm telling you,
crazy.
this is the first year.
Crazy.
This is the first year in a long time where there's not like remember the old Patriots teams. You'd be like, "Fuck, man, we gotta play the Patriots." Old Chiefs team, or not old Chiefs team, but Chiefs teams like 2-3 years ago. You're like, oh, God, we gotta play the Chiefs, bruh. We gotta play the Broncos. Peyton Manning. We gotta play the Colts. Peyton Manning. Like, it's not one of those shits where you'd be like, "Fuck, man." Maybe the 49ers, maybe the Ravens, but this is one of the times where Lamar Jackson is the clear guy. Like, when it comes to quarterbacking in the playoffs, Mahomes he hasn't shown that he's able to dominate the way he has previously. with the lack of without his talent.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Lamar is the guy. And with great power comes great responsibility. I'm bestowing it upon him. You know, it's taking me a long time to talk about Lamar like this.
I've never heard you talk about
It's
Lamar like
taking me a
this.
long time. So with that being said, I'm a Patriots fan. I come from a cloth of, not a cloth. I come from one towel of great quarterbacks. All right, bruh. Tom Brady was great, not only because he was great, but if the Patriots was down 3 and they driving with a minute and 58 left, and the Ravens are the defense, were you ever at ease?
No.
It's not. You're not, bro.
Nah.
And that's and because you expected, you didn't hope, you expected Tom Brady to tie that game up, at least get him in
Yeah,
field goal range. You
for
expected
sure.
it. You didn't hope he didn't. You didn't think he wasn't going to do it. You expected it. Even when they had Ray Lewis, Haloti Nada, and motherfucking Ed Reed, you expected him to tie the game up.
Yeah, I was just hoping he don't score a touchdown.
You was just hoping, but you expected him. You know what? He gonna get this ball to at least about the 30, 35, and Guskowski,
Yeah,
he's gonna knock this one in.
yeah.
All
Well,
right.
we're gonna go to
We're gonna go to
OT
overtime
and just hope we get the ball
and
first.
hope we get. That's what you expected it. When
Yeah.
Peyton Manning had the ball and he was dropped, you expected for him to tie it. Expectation.
uh,
I'm gonna be
I ain't
real
gonna
with you.
lie.
Before
I
Tom
had
Brady,
more
Peyton,
fear.
I
I
definitely had
had
more
more
fear of
fear.
Brady. But I will put it. I give it to you like this: before Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady just broke the record like 2 years ago. By the way, Peyton Manning had the record for most game-winning drives, and he had the record for most fourth-quarter comebacks. So, well, the reason why I keep saying expected is because Lamar has expectations now.
For sure.
When you're down in the game, we expect you to win. When you're down by 3, we expect this game to be tied up. And guess what? The defense is on their heels. They expect it to. So they're gonna be playing like it. So what I'm saying with Lamar is, look, I'm giving you that mantle now. I expect you to do something with it. All right. So I got Lamar going to the Super Bowl. Right now, I got him losing by 4 to the 49ers. But I expect that to change.
I just think it's Lamar's year, man.
I think this is his Super Bowl to lose, bro. This is his Super Bowl. I got the 49ers winning, but I know that my viewpoint of this game will change by the time February 12th comes.
Because your viewpoint has came a long way.
It's come a long way, bro. It's Lamar
It's
has
come
made
a
me a
long
fan.
way.
He's made me a fan, bro. Cause you know what Lamar reminds me
I've
of?
been telling you, bro.
You know what Lamar reminds me of? And I was just telling myself this. You know who's one of the greatest what ifs of all time? And it's crazy because you would never say this about him because he won an MVP. It's Cam Newton. What if Cam Newton had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey? What like
He'll
what?
win Super Bowl.
Cam Newton he's one of the best. Like he carries nothing. He did it in college. Do we remember Nick Fairley made the NFL on the defense? I'm having a hard time remembering anybody on Cam Newton's offense in that from that Auburn team that made the NFL and got playing time. I don't think anybody did.
Mm-mm.
And he won the championship, undefeated season. In 2015, Cam Newton turns into Superman, literally destroys his body in the process. He
Yeah.
wins the MVP, beats out Tom Brady that year. Tom Brady was second. Wins the MVP, gets to the Super Bowl, probably should have dived on the ball. Who was his best receiver that year? Ted Ginn?
Yeah.
They were saying, Ted Ginn, you got to throw it. if you throw it to Ted Ginn, you got to give him 7 targets because he's going to drop one of them.
And then at tight
Every
end, you have Greg Olson.
Greg Olsen was the security blanket. I remember. I think Greg caught the game winning touchdown versus the Seahawks that year, um,
Hmm.
in 2015. Look, Lamar reminds me a lot of Cam. Lamar doesn't. I mean, Zay Flowers is really good, but Zay Flowers is a rookie. Odell is old. Um, you got Mark Andrews, who's a really, really, really good tight end. Top three tight end in the league. Top two
Top
tight
two.
end. Yeah, top three, top two tight end in the league. So you got Mark Andrews, so you got a good security blanket right there. But, bruh, you got to think about this. Lamar Jackson is about to win the MVP and got the first round bye on a team that didn't have 1,000 yard receiver or 1,000 yard rusher. Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. It's so Lamar is gonna have to be the guy. He's gonna have to be Superman.
And
But
he will.
I expect it. I
Yeah,
expect
he will.
it. All right.
What you think about Dalvin Cook?
I like that signing. I like that signing. Unfortunately, I would have liked it better in like week 10 if they would have got him earlier so you can get acclimated, get comfortable. Um, the only thing I don't like about the signing is that they signed him going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I would have liked him being signed at least, at the very minimum, three, 4 weeks ago. Jets knew they wouldn't do nothing anyway. You should have been got rid of him 3, 4 weeks ago. Let him get 2, 3 games under his belt. Because with that run game in Baltimore, Dalvin Cook could be a problem.
Nah, he's gonna revive his career. Bro, last season, 1,100 yards, bro.
Could be a problem, bro. He could be a problem. He could be a problem, bro. Um, yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I'm glad they got a bye week so they can get him accustomed, get him moved in. But
I will automatically make him RB1.
look, I'm glad they got him a bye week. I don't know if he's gonna be as effective in the first game, but if they make the AFC Championship game, I think he could be a problem
And Dalvin could be a problem in the pass game as well.
as well. Yeah, he's dangerous. He's like a what's the name? He's not as good as CMC, but he could have
He's
the
that
same.
type.
He's that
Yeah,
same
he's
type.
that
That
type
same
of
type.
yeah.
They could have that same type of effect on the game. Um, but that's all my notes got for today. Um, shoot, what day is it? It's Wednesday. We got a game on Saturday. Um, shoot, we'll be back again Saturday night then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's it. That's this episode. Cam, Dash.
Motorfly guy.
Yes, sir. We out of here.